Happy Wednesday, family. We're back at it again. Well, today I wanted to talk about fear. And I know the effects fear has on our lives. And there's a couple of different acronyms for fear. There is false evidence appearing real, there is forget everything and run, and there is face everything and rise. For me, I like the third option. Okay. The reason why fear is so powerful is because we have allowed it to creep into our minds and we allow fear to dictate the actions we'll take. It's almost like we're playing the what if game with fear. Like, what if I'm successful? Then what am I supposed to do? Or what if I'm not successful in this next adventure that I'm striving for? And that's where the real problem comes into. Fear puts you into a state of doubt in your own ability. Now, it could be because of the things you've been through in your life are dictating your response or just in general how you respond to fear. But if we're not careful, we live a life based on fear instead of a life based on hope and belief and doing things that nobody else could do, right? If we allowed fear to just run our lives, then basically our lives amount to nothing because we're paralyzed and we're staying in place. We're not growing, we're not learning, we are just stuck in the same spot. We allow fear to dictate our actions, how we respond to people, how we treat our loved ones, our children. But I have to tell you, you cannot allow fear to stop you from doing what you were called to do. You were put on this planet for a very specific reason. And when you allow fear to stop you from reaching your full potential, you're just dying slowly on the inside. I'm talking to you from a point of experience. I have allowed fear to condition me to not reach for my dreams. I let somebody talk me out of what God called me to do. Ain't that crazy? I allowed a human being to stop me from doing what an all powerful God called me to do. That's how I let fear affect my life. And that's why I want to speak to you about why you have to be very careful about who you allow in your circles, in your mind, because you let fear creep in, it doesn't take much for it to start going in other areas of your life. Maybe you were thinking about starting that business, but family, friends told you it's stupid. It doesn't make sense. You won't be successful, and you listen to them. Fear just won. Now you're never going to start that business. It's something Les Brown said. He said, all of your dreams came to you, and when you die, they die with you. Stuff that only you could do. And today I want to speak life into you. Get rid of the fear. Use the third acronym. Face everything and rise. Somebody needs to start the business, okay? Somebody needs to go into that ministry. Somebody needs to take care of that child. Somebody needs to step out on faith and believe that it's possible to do instead of it what happens if it fails. You've already set yourself up. If you start out anything with, well, what happens if I fail? You already failed. Okay? You've allowed fear to already take your dreams and hope for you before they even started. That's why it's important that you have to be careful about who you let in your life because fear might not come from the place you think it comes. It can come from the people closest to you. Now, it doesn't mean they're intentionally doing it, but they're speaking from a place, especially if you're doing something that's never been done. I mean, I want you to think about this. The slaves, the black slaves, if they let fear dictate to them how their lives would go, then we wouldn't have the freedoms we see today. If the Martin Luther Kings and Malcolm X's of the world allowed fear to stop them from moving forward, black people wouldn't be as far as they are. Okay. So if our ancestors made it through all these terrible things, Why are you letting fear stop you from getting to your dreams or the greatness that you have been called for? Let this be a wake up call today. You don't have to live by fear, live by hope and love. This is my Wednesday message to you. Get up and rise. Face everything and rise. Let that be your chant, your mantra today. Face everything and rise. Do not let fear dictate the course of your life. Have a good Wednesday, fam. Take it easy.